Hello, and welcome back to my podcast. I know it has been uh, 2 weeks since I posted the last podcast, and I know I keep saying that I'm going to be consistent, but I doubt that'll happen just because I go through so many ups and downs of like having motivation and not having motivation. And a lot of the times, as I've said before, I film and then I delete it because I don't like the way I look or what I'm talking about. And I think it's just motivation is a struggle, and then also my perfectionism is a little bit of a struggle. So sorry. Also, ignore my hair. I know there's a lot going on. I'm trying to figure out how to do my hair for the musical that I'm in. I'm in 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, and I'm playing Logan. And typically, she has these two pigtail braids that are like right here at the top of her head that kind of come down and frame her face almost. But I have layers, so braids are already difficult. And two, my hair isn't long enough for all of it to go here. Like, yeah, it's not long enough for it to go right here, and definitely not long enough for it to be at the top of my head and also be in braids. Like, the farthest it goes is like here, and then to put it in braids would be so difficult because there's like tufts of hair fucking everywhere, freaking everywhere because of the layers that I have. So I still want to incorporate braids, but they'll have to be down, and I also can't do two pigtail braids because again, layers. So I'm trying to figure out a way around that and still have some sort of braid, but in a an ex in a an an eccentric way, but so that there's not like hair everywhere. And I think this looks pretty good. The bottom layer will be curled. You don't care. I doubt that you even like theater, honestly. But I do. And if I want to talk about theater, I'm going to talk about theater because I love Putnam County Spelling Bee. It's like new addition to the wall. Honestly, I think this is my most favorite musical that I've ever been in, which is hard. I don't have the poster, but I was in Something Rotten, and that's like a close second because that was one of my dream roles that I discovered while I was playing it. Like, I would give anything to play Shakespeare again. He was so fun. But I think Putnam County Spelling Bee is just such a fun show, and I love it. So creative. Rest in peace, William Finn. He also wrote Falsettos, which is another one of my favorite musicals. I love falsettos. Love falsettos. But yeah, welcome back. This is the third time I've tried to film this because I don't even freaking know, because I just couldn't find the like gas to keep talking. Like, I would get like 20 minutes in and just be like, all right, I don't know what to talk about anymore. So let's hope that this time I'll be able to actually finish an episode. Hopefully an hour. That's what I'll shoot for. Maybe 45 minutes. But I do have topics written down to motivate my brain to actually speak. First of all, I know a lot of y'all know me as a they them, and that is true to my soul and my heart. You know, I think that gender is a stupid fucking construct that I do not want to live by. But I just realized recently that I'm okay by going with any pronouns. I don't think I need to be restricted to just they them. Any pronouns is fine. That's my PSA for this podcast. I go by any pronouns, guys. Pretty lit. I don't know. I think it's just so much easier, and I don't want to just make my pronouns easy for other people, but I think that's just how I feel. I used to hold a lot of resentment against like not girlish things, but like people viewing me that way. I don't know. My gender is so hard to describe because I think it is its own entity. It doesn't fit into any box that has been labeled by other people, by even people in the trans and queer community. It's its own thing. So I'm just going to let it be its own thing, and anybody can refer to me as anything because I really just don't give a fuck. I really don't. Same with my sexuality, kind of tired of trying to label it. And so I'm just going to be a queer person, maybe a bicon. I think, yeah, bicon is fine. But like, at the end of the day, who the fuck counts? I don't. It's okay if other people care. Like, I think sometimes these labels that have been generated help people feel comfortable in themselves within the community, and that's great, and I support that. But for me personally, I just don't feel that way. I think gender and sexuality is so fluid, and for me, constantly evolving and changing, and it has its ups and downs. So it's just like, I'm queer and I go by any pronouns, and I think it just keeps it vague for me and for other people, just because I don't feel the need to be put into any sort of label, which I think is beautiful in its own way. So that's my little beginning PSA. I just am. I just exist. And that's why one of my dreams is to be a jellyfish. To like resurrect as a jellyfish. Like I really, really want to resurrect as a jellyfish because they don't think. And thinking, to me, is probably one of my weaknesses. Not that I lack the ability to think, it's just that I think so much that I overcomplicate things constantly, and I overthink. Literally, I overthink. I think it's just a symptom of having ADHD, which is, I hate, for some reason, saying that I have ADHD or like calling myself neurodivergent feels so annoying, but I think it's like this like ableist rhetoric that has been fed to me that is like now ingrained in my mind. So I'm trying to not feel ashamed when I'm like, yes, I have ADHD. Yes, that makes me neurodivergent. Blah 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 blah. But I'm still getting used to it because I don't know. It's just, it feels so weird to be like, I'm neurodivergent. Like, I don't know. It just feels annoying, but I genuinely think it's just, I feel annoying when I say it because of this like weird ableist rhetoric on the internet. And I hate to be that one friend who's too woke, but I just am, and I'm recognizing that lately, and I accept that about myself because I think we need more friends who are too woke in this dark and scary descent into fascism in the United States. That is all I'll say on that topic, because one, I'll get mad and then I won't be able to verbalize myself well, and two, I just don't think that I have the best resources and the best references for information when it comes to that. I think the writing is on the wall and we can all see it, and we're all scared, and I'm so sorry that we live in such a hateful, bigoted space in society. That is it. That is all I'll say. You can take that as it is. I mean what I say, and I'm not going to say anymore because, again, we live in a scary place. But there is no but. Damn. Well, shit. What else was I gonna say? Speaking, I guess this kind of goes with sexual, not really. Dating. Wow. Boy, was I wrong. If you reference an episode, I don't remember if it was like the second or first episode I did on this channel, I talked about how I don't believe in dating apps, how, like, I don't know if I've ever talked about my specific type. I don't think I have, actually. My specific type is, I love, like, dateable. Like, people I end up dating are brown hair, brown eyes, usually like theater because I like theater and it's, something I share with those people. Bisexual, not athletic, musically inclined, sort of, and very, very, very funny. And I thought that this is just the box that I lived in, was this dark featured bisexual dork, theater dork. And I was wrong. Let's just say that. I met them not in person and not through, just a natural friendship, which is also something I firmly believed in. I was like, any other way is stupid and I'm not going to do it. But it's not how the penny rolls. I don't know. It's not how things went. And let's just say dark featured. No. Not athletic. No. Into theater. No. Like, all these things that I thought I was just gonna stick with when I was, like, seriously dating went out the window. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to air out my business. Kind of early to air out my business. And, I'm teaching myself to try to be more private on the internet, except for when it comes to my spam account on Instagram. Those bitches will know everything about me until the day I die. Because it's my spam, bitch. I'm going to post what I want. The fuck? And I will be oversharing. But when it comes to, like, public access, I need to just relax. Like, I used to have Twitter, now known as X, formerly Twitter. Fuck X. I hate that fucking stupid ass name. It's Twitter forever and always. I used to have Twitter, and every time I had a thought, bitch, it was on Twitter. And sometimes, like, people be like, can you shut the fuck up? And yeah, that's all I'll say about that as well. But, like, I just used to post too much. Like, my Instagram, I was one of those bitches on my Instagram note, annoying as fuck. And that's why, like, I'm never going to hate on the bitches that post things that do not make sense or don't matter on their Instagram note, because I used to be that bitch and sometimes I still kind of am. It's just fun to just put it out there. It's like a journal, but for attention whores. And I do happen to be one of those. I do. And I'm not ashamed to admit that. I am an attention whore, and that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Like, bitch, you think I'm majoring in theater just because I do actually like theater, but because I'm not an attention whore? What are you talking about? I love attention, like, 70% of the time. There is a 30% where, like, people will, like, be giving me attention, and I'll be like, so freaking hot. It's just so freaking hot. And then I'll go back to, like, liking it, but yeah, I used to be an attention-seeking whore, and I still am, but it was just, like, bumped up because of me not properly coping with mental illness in it. So yeah, I would just, like, go and post on Twitter, like, I bet on losing dogs. And it's like, girl, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, we know your boyfriend emotionally abuses you. We know. You don't have to say it on Twitter, okay? Like, we know, like, yes, girl, like, we know. Shut the fuck up. And it's like, girl, like, your boyfriend who, actually, let's not talk about that, but he has your Twitter. Like, what are you doing? You're so annoying. You're actually so annoying. You're gonna piss me off. And yeah, I've just, like, in high school and middle school, I just posted about myself and my feelings and my thoughts too much. And, like, bitches just don't fucking care. 1, 2, the way I expressed myself was just in an annoying way. And, like, bitches just didn't get it. Just kidding. But, like, people just don't care, and they're not gonna understand, and they don't need to. That's an inside thought. You don't need to share that. I think a lot of people need to learn that, because sometimes on the internet, people make me feel better about how I was posting on the internet before I, like, really understood what was happening. Because y'all, like, I'm looking at the book talk girlies. Whoa. Digital footprints do, in fact, exist. I'm a victim of this, but you are the perpetrator. Why are you talking about these damn fucking book talk, like, TikTok comments? I'm coming, catch. What? Hold on, let me think of these comments. They're, like, crazy, where it's like weird shit where it's like, hold on, I'm almost there. Like, my fingers are tired. And it's just, like, a dude just, like, lip singing to Lana Del Rey. Don't even get me started on that shit, because that pisses me off. But it's like, my pussy tastes like Pepsi Cola. My body like every pie. And then the comments are like, bro, I'm gonna splooge all over the screen. I want you in my bed tonight, and we're gonna do 55 different positions, and you're gonna be drained of all your liquids afterwards. Bitch, what the fuck? Bro, you can't just say that to people. I don't care if there's a screen dividing you. You can't just say that to people. You literally can't. I'm sorry. It's weird. If it's about fictional men, okay, fine, I'll giggle, actually. Like, if it's about Gojo, or freaking, what's his name? Let me think of another hot character. Sakuna. I don't know why they're all from JJK. That's fine. But the second it's just, like, a random guy who's just lip singing. You know what? I don't know. You know what? I've never known anything actually. But I don't know. I think that's like, what the fuck? Like, let's reverse the roles. If a woman is like, let me think of a good lip sync song. Bro, hold on. 'Cause days blend one when I'm on the bright beaches. And then a man is up in the comment, or anybody's up in the comments like, I'm gonna fucking come. I'm gooning right now. Still not okay. Like, and even if it's like accepted by whoever's freaking lip singing, thirst trapping on their iPhone, bitch, your employer. Do you not care? Like, you applied to Burger King, and now they're looking at your TikTok comments saying that you're gooning. You're gooning. You're gooning to a man lip syncing to freaking Mitski. Y'all. And like, hey, I love edits of hot men. Trust me, and hot women. And I save them to my iPhone, and I tell my friends, wow, this guy is flicking hot. This girl flicking sexy. But I don't comment, at least publicly. Like, at least keep it private if you're being a freaking weird gooner. At least. Like, don't make it an outside thought, but y'all make it outside thoughts. And that's the issue. Especially when it's, like, it's just someone thirst trapping. It's not even an edit. And you're commenting directly on their page. That's crazy work. I'm so sorry. That's literally so insane to me. Like, I'm gonna freaking, you make me want to freaking, you make, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I don't want to say any of these gooning comments out loud anymore because it's like deeply disturbing. You guys freak me out. And just the internet is so deeply disturbing. Like, what the fuck? Like, whenever I see like internet icebergs, the deep dark web, where you can buy harvested human organs. What the fuck? The fuck? Can humans just be normal? Let's talk about that. Can humans just be chill? Can y'all relax? But no, y'all want to freaking do drugs. You want to kill. You want to do unholy things. And I'm not even religious. Y'all want to do the weirdest shit to other humans and animals. What the fuck? I was watching a YouTube video, and there's like a Reddit page dedicated to bestiality. I'm starting to think we might need to wipe out the entire human race and start over again. No humans. Give it back to the fucking animals. Like, I'm so sick and tired of you guys, genuinely. And I don't mean to be cynical, but like, damn, y'all piss me off and you gross me out. You're perverts. You guys are all freaking perverts. And greedy fucking perverts. All of y'all. All of y'all. I don't care. Nuke them all. Nuke them all. I'm tired. But let me do 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee first. Let me sing my little song. Wow with me. And that's exactly how I sing in the musical. So please come support at the Gallo Center May 10th through 18th. Please. Bled the poor. It's genuinely, it will be great. My castmates are so talented. Like, the direction is beautiful. The music is beautiful. I have no other words except beautiful, stunning, hilarious, absolutely brilliant. That's 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee at the Gallo Center, May 10th through 18th. That poster back there, the little yellow one. Check it out. Check it out. Maybe I'll even link it in the description if I remember, bro. Speaking of musicals, I've been in many. I've been in many casts with many different people. Shout out some of you guys. One thing I've never really fucked with though is singing lessons. And my opinion on this is changing. I think I could use some singing lessons because I think my vocal abilities are starting to plateau. Like, I'm teaching myself new things every now and then. But, like, I really want to grow as a singer. Like, I don't think I'm a bad singer at all. But, like, I want to be a great singer. And I'm not there yet. And so, you know, my opinion on vocal lessons are changing. But they used to be deeply, deeply negative. Like, I used to be like, oh, this is freaking stupid. And I've only taken one vocal lesson in my whole life. and I just didn't like it. It wasn't for me. I was pretty young. I was like, what, like maybe 11, 10. Um, and one of the reasons I also just didn't agree with vocal lessons is because in my time doing musical theater and just musical singing related things, I've met a lot of people who take vocal lessons. And about 90% of them um maybe could have been maybe tone deaf. And this is, I'm really just trying not to be mean, but like it just, it was confusing to me because like you've been in it for so long and you get personal lessons and then like you still can't hear like the melody. I don't know. And so it just put me off because I was like, well, if they're paying money and they still cannot find like the right key, like I'm not going to pay money to just do do the same thing and not be able to find the key and, belt properly, mix properly, whatever. So that's one of the reasons. But then now that I'm being surrounded by people who have more experience than me, I've heard great things about vocal lessons. And so I definitely want to try them out myself, but they're very expensive. And in this economy and with the money that I'm making, oh, hell no. I'll continue taking my TikTok lessons. And my internet lessons. Like, I'll continue seeing a TikTok about vocal techniques, applying it, and then just progressing from there. But someday in the future, I would love to take a vocal lesson because I really do want to be great at singing. I think for a while I was confident that like acting was my forte and I was better at it than singing, but I don't think that's necessarily true actually. Now that I'm taking an acting class, I definitely don't think that I'm an actor first, and I used to label myself as an actor first, but that's definitely not the case anymore. I'm definitely like singer first, actor second, dancer third. Woo! I'm not the worst at dancing because I think I have some sort of rhythm just because I'm not 100% European American, but I don't know. I just obviously I took dance for what was it, 3 years when I was young, and then I stopped dancing to focus on like choir and theater. So yeah, I just haven't been professionally trained, and so sometimes I can really suck just because I don't have enough experience consistently dancing, especially like in the musicals I was in. Like I wasn't doing a lot of dancing. I was mostly just doing like maybe a fucking jazz square, a grapevine, and like a pivot, and then just singing really. So yeah, but in the musical that I'm in, 25th annual, but I'm gonna tell you, we dance. So if you come see the show and I suck at dancing, don't comment on that. But I don't think I will suck. I think I'll do fine. Another musical that I would love to be in is Carrie the musical. That's one of my dream musicals to do, and Carrie is my dream role as of right now. My dream role for like years until very recently was Veronica from Heathers, and like obviously she still is one of my dream roles. She's just not the dream role. But I think I love Heathers, and it's will forever be one of my favorite musicals. It's absolutely brilliant, and I love the music, and I am a basic bitch when it comes to musicals. But I don't know. Heathers is a little bit overdone, so just it fell a little bit. And I think Carrie is a great musical and needs to be done more. And I don't know, it's just lovely, and it could be directed and produced so well if people put the labor and love into it. I love falsettos, of course. William Finn, rest in peace. I love, what other musicals do I love? I mean, Beetlejuice, like all the basic musicals I like. I actually do not like, I don't know if I want to say that, but from what I've seen, I'm not a big fan of Dear Evan Hansen. It just doesn't seem like, which is surprising because my name is literally Evan, so you would think like, oh, Evan, you listen to musicals, your favorite musical is probably Dear Evan Hansen. No! I personally don't fuck with Ben Platt. I think he has some talent in there, but nepotism goes crazy. Like, woo! What I would give to have been, no offense to my parents, but like if y'all were rich and famous, that shit would have been lit. But thank you, though. I don't want to sound like a bitch. But, like, thank you for everything you've given me. But, like, getting your foot in the door is the hardest part of the industry. And I think a lot of people who are nepo babies do not realize that and take that for granted so hard. Like, and it pisses me off because getting your foot in the door is the fucking hardest part. And a lot of people, I'm sorry, there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of individuals, I'm sure, that are so much more talented than these fucking weird ass nepo babies that will never get to shine because they won't be able to get their foot in the door. And that's annoying as fuck. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that I'm one of those people who are so much more talented than these stupid nepo babies. I think I'm sure there are a few nepo babies that I'm more talented than, but like that doesn't mean that I'm more talented than all the nepo babies, but there are people who are and deserve it much more than the nepo babies. Not saying that you being a nepo baby and being hardworking are exclusive. Those things can be true at the same time, but you also, I think it should be a requirement for nepo babies to be able to recognize that the privilege they got from their parents. And fuck you if you're a fucking nepo baby. Fuck you, and I don't fucking like you, frankly. JK. But seriously, I don't know, every time I think about like the entertainment industry, it just pisses me the fuck off. Because one, all the like big heads in the industry are fucking weirdo perverts. Two, half of the industry is nepotism. So annoying. 3, y'all make way too much fucking money, and it actually pisses me off. I hate rich people so much. I hate rich people. Of course I want to be a rich person. Duh, who doesn't? But I hate you guys. I literally hate you. You guys are big and greedy, and you guys actually piss me off. Nobody needs that much money. I'm so sorry. You don't need $1 billion. I can't. The human brain, the typical normal human brain cannot comprehend that amount of money. I can barely comprehend $1 million. 1 billion? Billion. Trillion even. What the fuck? What are you talking about? You're actually going to piss me off, and this eyelash is also going to piss me off. It's like tickling me. Why do you need $1 billion? Literally, what are you going to do with that except hoard it like a freakazoid and do nasty, perverted activities? Because I know every single billionaire is a nasty, perverted freak that deserves to rot. Not even rot. You just deserve to be tortured to death. I'm sorry. That's what I think of billionaires. And even like, bitch, you don't need $500 million either, bro. That's too much money, too. It's too much. You're doing too much. You don't need that much money. It's so crazy that you just have this money and then there are people who are dying because they don't have enough money and they can't go and afford healthcare. Like, I've already talked about this before, but it's greed. It's literally, you're big and greedy. You're nasty, disgusting, and you're so fucking greedy. Give the money back. You literally just have zero empathy. You are a psychopath. To be a billionaire, you have to be a psychopath. You literally do, and that's not me dissing people who genuinely but have psychopathy, because I don't know that much about that. I'm not coming for you, but like, to be a billionaire, you have to be devoid of empathy and human, like, not connection, but you just have to be devoid of like natural emotions. And it's gross to me. Billionaires and using their lack of empathy and human emotions to be big and greedy and to not even just take, but to just hoard from the poor and people in need. You gross me out, like, seriously. And then you expect, like, not underprivileged, you expect people who have significantly less money than you to do the giving back, to be the charitable humans that you should be. If you're going to be a billionaire, at least be philanthropic. But you're not. You're big and greedy and you're nasty. And I hate that shit. I fucking hate it. It's so annoying. And then there's literally nothing I can do because in the state that we live in, not even just the state, the world that we live in, money is power. And bitch, I have, well, like, not that girl, I'm broke as fuck. So, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm sorry. If you're a billionaire and you're watching this. Jeff Bezos, if you're watching this, I fucking hate you. Literally, Elon Musk, I fucking hate you. I don't even need to say that. You're fucking nasty, greedy, dirty scumbag little piece of shit. Mark Zuckerberg, fucking love the movie they made about you. Social Network, that shit is peak. You suck. I don't care that you made a statue of your wife. I don't care if you're a loving father. I don't give a fuck. You're big and you're fucking greedy, bro. Your low taper fade looks like shit. Kill yourself. And I'm not taking that back. I don't care if it was harsh. I don't give a fuck about billionaires. I don't give a fuck about rich healthcare CEOs. I don't care that Luigi fucking shot him. And I don't even think that Luigi was the one who shot him. But guess what? I don't give a fuck either way because he was profiting off of the suffering of other people. Why would I give a shit about someone like that? He was devoid of empathy. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I genuinely, like, when people say, eat the witch, yes, we need to do that. And I hate cannibalism, and I'm terrified of it, but, like, y'all can pig out on these billionaires. Me, personally, I'm just gonna be like, period, and I'm not gonna actually eat them, because that scares the fuck out of me, but, like, y'all can definitely eat them, like, for sure, like, and I wouldn't give a fuck, and I would be supportive. Yeah, isn't it so weird that if you eat the human brain, like, you get, what is it? It's called something. Like, there's, like, this illness, disease, and it, like, hold on, let me Google this. Pause. Disease from eating human brain. Kuru. This disease is seen in New Guinea. It's caused by eating human brain tissue, which wait. This disease is seen in New Guinea. It's caused by eating human brain tissue contaminated with infectious prions. I was going to call them protons or proteins. Prions. Because of increased awareness about the disease and how it's transmitted, Kuru is now rare. But still, it's incurable and it's fatal. Every prion disease is scary as fuck. Have you guys ever heard of a prion disease? Like, all of them are so freaky. Isn't mad cow disease a prion? Some sort of prion bullshit thing? Yes. Prion diseases are a group of fatal neurodegenerative disorders, both in humans and animals, caused by abnormal folding of normal cellular protein called a prion. So protein was right. It's just a misfolded protein, which makes it a prion. Sporadic CJD. What the fuck is that? Variant CJD? What the fuck is that? Kuru, Gerstmann, Strauser, Schenker syndrome? Fatal familial insomnia. Fatal insomnia? Wait, is mad cow disease not a mad cow? Is that not a prion? Oh, it is. Okay. Bovine spongiform. Wait. Yeah. Spongiform and encephalopathy. I can't read. But it's a prion. Sorry. I'm very interested in this kind of stuff for some reason. Okay, let's see. What is sporadic? This is the most common type of, like, prion disease. Sporadic Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. That probably was butchered, the pronunciation. The most common form of CJD occurring spontaneously in individuals with no known history of disease in their family? What the freak? Often affects individuals in their 60s, symptoms progressing rapidly and often resulting in death within a year. That is insane. What is the symptoms? Difficulty walking, slurred speech, numbness, dizziness, vision problems, and hallucinations. Scary. That is really terrifying, honestly. Okay, let's see. What is variant? A rare, fatal. Okay, it's like basically the same thing. Very rare. I don't know what the difference is between the variant, and the sporadic. What is the difference? Painful sensations is a symptom? Yikes. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's go on to the next one. This one is called Gertzmann-Straussler-Scheinker syndrome. Leads to progressive neurological decline and dementia. Is dementia a prion? No, it's not. Dementia a prion? Question mark? Oh shit. Okay, some forms of dementia are caused by prions. Cause for Gerstmann. Okay, I'm just gonna call it GSS. Genetic mutations in the PRNP gene codes the prion protein. Wow, that is insane. Symptoms: loss of coordination, dementia, eye problems, hearing loss, Parkinson's-like syndrome. Wow, symptoms. This is crazy. Okay, and fatal familial insomnia, last one. Characterized by severe insomnia leading to progressive cognitive impairment and ultimately death. Okay, this is actually starting to freak me out. People with FFI typically live between 7 months and 3 years after the onset symptoms. Wow. Has anyone ever survived that? Nobody survives that shit. Holy fuck. Wow. That is insane. That's really scary. Like, and if you eat someone's brain, you get Zuru, which is one of those forms. Zuru disease. Sorry, I know this might be annoying, but I really am so... Oh my gosh. Common among the 4 people of Papua New Guinea. Wow. What are the symptoms? Tremors, shaking, loss of coordination, difficulty walking, slow writhing, rapid jerking. Wow, so it just really makes you like shake. I heard about it because I seen clips of this one video game on TikTok. I need to get off TikTok, dude. I got back on TikTok and now I'm addicted to it again, and it's so sad. But it's like, when I'm off of it, I feel like I'm missing out. Like, I literally get FOMO, which is such loser activity. And I'm so sorry, but, like, I do genuinely feel left out. I should probably delete it again, huh? I think I might. It's bad. Like, it's just... But then when I delete TikTok, then I just go on Instagram Reels. And I'm not deleting Instagram. I'm sorry, I'm not. Like, that's genuinely FOMO. And I need to post on my spam account. I need to get updates from my friends off of their Instagrams, or else I'm not going to know what's going on in their lives. Like, I genuinely have to keep Instagram. Sorry, I know that sounds so annoying and weird, but I can't delete it. I can't. But yeah, TikTok is just bad. I spend so much time on there. It's so embarrassing. Let's go back to rich people. Like, I hate them, but I do be watching like luxury hauls. Like, okay, and I spent $1 trillion at Miu Miu, and here's what I got, and I'm so interested. And then it makes me want to be rich because, like, I don't know, I just want to be rich. I want to be able to fucking buy Miu Miu and Gucci and Yves Saint Laurent and fucking, what is it, Chanel and all this stupid ass shit. I want to be able to, and I want to be part of this group of people who can just walk through life and not give a shit about people, but I'm not. And that's why I watch what I keep in my go yard. First, this is my keychain from Gucci, and then here's my notebook from Chanel with my Chanel hand cream and Chanel hand mirror and blah 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 blah. And I need it. Like, this one girl, what's her name? Becca Bloom on TikTok. She's like, okay, and my husband bought me this fucking embellished Swarovski crystal hot dog. And I'm like, bitch, I need to live like you. Like, where'd you find him? How did you get rich like that? And it's because she's nepotism. Like, her parents were rich. And I'm like, and I look at my mom and dad, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro, I need to be in a Porsche the like cherry blossom themed Porsche. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It might just be on Pinterest. With my freaking I'm trying to think of a luxurious bag. Birkin, with my Birkin, and wearing some Chanel loafers with a matching set from Miu Miu and some Gucci sunglasses. Like, sometimes I really do crave that, and then my mom and dad were not rich. And they got freaking divorced. Why'd y'all do that? No, I'm just kidding. I don't give a fuck. My parents got divorced when I was so young that I literally, like, doesn't affect me. I was not cognitive at all. I don't even know if I was 1 year old when they got divorced. Like, I really just didn't give a fuck. I mean, obviously, there are some, like, repercussions, but, like, I just don't think about the divorce. I just think about, like, other aspects of my upbringing that maybe caused me some cognitive damage. Not cognitive, but psychological damage. But, like, the other day I was thinking about how, like, I have never been hugged by my mom and dad at the same time. And how much I crave that. Like, that's never happened to me. And, you know, I was in, was it SpongeBob or was it something rotten? I was in a musical and I was performing, and I remember I look into the audience and I see my mom and my dad sitting next to each other and they're cheering, and that is like a core memory for me, and I think that's like my happiest memory. Why am I gonna cry? Because I've never seen them like share their love for me at the same time. Wow. So I don't know, just seeing that was like actually crazy. Because obviously my parents love me and I know that, but like to see them together sharing their like pride and joy and love towards me together in the same room next to each other was like, I don't know, it was like amazing and like the best thing I've ever witnessed. Not me spelling disease wrong. What the fuck is wrong with me? Wait, I'm actually dumb. But yeah, that was just like insane to see that. And yeah, sometimes I think about, like, I don't care much that my parents are separated and, you know, they don't like love each other anymore. But like sometimes, not that I wish that they were together, because I know that they were like not a good match for each other, and they, you know, it was a better decision for them to be apart, obviously. But sometimes I do just wish that they did, you know. I don't have any full siblings. All my siblings are half siblings, which doesn't make me love them any different. Of course not. That would never. But it's like, you know, maybe younger me did deserve my mom and my dad raising me together in the same household and being able every day to witness them loving me simultaneously together in our house. And I never got that. And wow, maybe it actually does affect me more than I thought. I don't know. I just don't think about it because I don't know, because they've been divorced my entire life. But whatever. Yeah. But at the end of the day, all that matters is that my two younger siblings, they get that, and that's awesome for them. Why am I crying? I don't even care about this at all. Like, I really, like, 99% of the time, I don't give a fuck that my parents are divorced. I literally don't, because they've been divorced my whole life, so I don't understand why it suddenly is like, I don't know. Maybe I think I just, and I don't want this to come off as like, oh, I'm just so unloved, because I'm not. Like, I'm a very loved person. Like, my life is filled with people who love me. Like, I could name 10 people right now who love me deeply and make me feel cared about. And a lot of people don't get that privilege, so I don't want to come off as like annoying and bratty and like that I'm ungrateful, because I am so grateful for those people. Like, my grandpa has been one of my number one supporters since the day I was born, and has always cherished the things I'm passionate about. Same with my aunt. And, you know, my friends are so supportive, and my parents are also very supportive, but I think I just grew up, I don't know if I made myself isolated, but I was somehow, because I knew I always felt that way. You know, my mom and I had a very, very, very strained relationship when I was young. You know, it has gone significantly better in the past like 2 to 3 years. Like, so much. I can't even begin to describe the day and night difference between our relationship when I was like, I don't know, 7 years old to when you know, now 19. Like, the difference is stark, and I think, you know, that is one of the reasons maybe that I felt so isolated, is because all I'll say is the way my mom treated my younger sister on my mom's side. I only have one sibling on my maternally, and then paternally I have 4 siblings. But my maternal sibling, the way we were treated was very different. And then paternally, like, I only saw my dad and my stepmom every other weekend, and then during summers. So, although my dad is like one of my I don't know why I'm crying. My dad is one of my favorite people in the world, and will always be. But I think that because my parents are divorced, like, I didn't get to have the relationship. What the fuck? I don't know why I'm crying. I really am not understanding why I'm crying. But, you know, I didn't get to have the relationship that I wanted. And so, you know, I've made fuck ups when trying to, like, be his daughter and be a good daughter. And I'm just, maybe I'm angry because I don't know, it's just upsetting because my dad is an amazing person and has always supported me. Like, he came to every one of my musicals and has always loved me so deeply. Like, when it comes to my dad, I have never, ever, ever, ever questioned his love for me. You know, I can't say the same for my mother, and that's really unfortunate, but now I don't question it. I know my mom loves me, and that's a beautiful thing that I've been able to come to that point in my life where, you know, my mom and I have an amicable relationship where it's, we are at a point where we can share love for each other and, you know, be aware that we love each other. But my dad, I didn't have to struggle to understand that. And I just wish, you know, throughout my childhood, you know, I got to see my dad more, and that's it. And this is crazy because I never considered myself a person to have daddy issues, but I guess I do because my dad is so amazing, and he was an amazing father for what he could do. And that's why, like, when people try to, like, tell me that, like, you know, I don't have the best relationship with my dad or because of whatever, like, it genuinely offends me because my dad is an amazing father. And I've not only witnessed that in myself, but with my siblings. You know, obviously we've had our ups and downs and we've argued, and our relationship is more strained now because of things. But I know at the end of the day, he's a great, great father. And even when it comes back to motherhood, like, my stepmom is an amazing, 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 amazing mother. Like, it's so amazing. And again, I didn't just witness that with myself. I witnessed that with my siblings. And, like, when I was growing up, the maternal love that I craved was given to me every other weekend with her. And, you know, so I just wish I was able to have more time. Not even that my parents didn't divorce, but I just wish I was able to feel more loved. Even though I was very loved, you know, when I'm only seeing these people that I think love me every now and then, you're not going to feel that way. And I think that's my point, is like, I spent most of my time in my mother's home and, being cared for by her, but there was just this separation between us, and I'll never know why, and I honestly don't really want to know. I just, that's something that I don't need to know and I don't care to think about. But that separation just caused so much for me as a young child, and I think, it's probably what leads me to, like, be the attention whore I was calling myself earlier, is just because, I wasn't getting the attention I wanted from my primary guardian, my mother. Not saying that she was a horrible mother and she neglected me and no, she housed me, she feed me, whatever. I don't want to go too much into it because that's a whole nother bag of chips that I don't want to open up, but yeah. That's crazy. I can't believe I cried. So there's some of my lore. It was just crazy because I don't think I ever, like, there are bits and pieces of my lore that I choose to tell because I've thought them over, I've mulled them over. I can make them into funny comedic bits and, that are ingrained with some level of seriousness. So I have this layer of vulnerability and relatability for other people to, like me better. But there are bits and pieces of me that are, like, not pretty, that I never, ever, ever share with anybody. Humans are complex. I think some people, but it's my fault because I make myself this image, this very niche sculpted image, and so people either mistake me for awful things that I'm not, or think that I'm, people just think of me obviously as this image that I've sculpted myself, and it's not majorly their fault because I'm not the most vulnerable person. My vulnerability is, like, almost scripted, which is not great, but I think it's what I do to, like, cope with the things that I choose not to think about even myself. It's not that I'm just keeping it from other people because I want to be mysterious or I'm not comfortable sharing. Like, I'm not even comfortable sharing that shit with myself. Like, there are things that I suffered through or I did in my past that, like, I just don't even think about because, one, like, because I was a kid and I was doing dumb stuff and I didn't know, and I was being victimized and I didn't realize, and but, like, I don't know, I just don't think about it because I don't like being vulnerable with anybody authentically, including myself. But maybe someday I'll be able to. Who knows? You never know. Maybe what this is making me realize is that I need to seek therapy again. But I don't fuck with Kaiser though. I'm not going back. Like, if I want to do therapy, I will find someone else to do it because it's not going to be Kaiser Permanente because they literally suck at healthcare. I've already said this before. My mysterious illness is coming back. I've been taking vitamin C packets, like, in my water like crazy. But I don't know. I just have this mysterious illness that comes back like every 4 to 6 weeks. I'm sniffling, but that was because I was crying. Wait. Maybe I should blow my nose. Yeah. Sorry. I have some sort of mystery illness. And every time they test me for anything, they take my blood, they take my piss, they're like, your white blood cells are down, but everything else is great. Go on with your day. I'm like, man, literally, fuck you. Fuck you. You're wasting my time. You're lucky as fuck that I don't have to pay shit because I have insurance, because I would be pissed off. I don't want to feel like my organs are literally melting out of my body every other fucking month. I don't. Newsflash. Nobody wants to fucking feel like that. Nobody wants phlegm in their throat. Not even just every other month, but constantly. I constantly have phlegm in my throat. I'm constantly going because There's freaking phlegm in my throat and I can't get rid of it. So, literally, Kaiser Permanente, fuck you. I hate you. And if I was brave enough. No, I'm not going to say that out loud. Anyways, if I could, though, I would love to get a brain scan. And I want them to scan my brain. And I want a psychologist to analyze it. Not because I think I'm special or anything, but because I do want to know more about myself. Not because I'm narcissistic. Maybe I fucking am. I don't know. Just because I'm curious. Like, I genuinely just want my questions answered. Like, why do I do the things I do? Why do I think the way I think? I think that's just interesting. God, heaven forbid, I want to know a little bit about why my brain thinks the way it thinks. I don't think my brain is particularly special in any way, but I am curious. God forbid a woman be curious. Isn't crying so tiring? Like, now that I cried, so embarrassing, by the way. I might have to cut that out of the video. I might have to just take a little nappy poo. Or it also could be because I'm literally starving. All I've had today was a donut and matcha. Oh, I had some fruit, too. And a little bit of agua fresca, pepino y limon. Oh, I'm learning Spanish off Duolingo, so it's not super effective. But at least it's something, I don't want to be a no sabo for the rest of my life. See, the phlegm! Yeah, I don't want to be a no sabo for the rest of my life. Again, another reason I'm upset my parents divorced, because my dad didn't get to teach me Spanish. What the fuck? Yeah, that shit would have been lit if I knew Spanish. I wish I knew Spanish. Anyways, this episode's almost freaking over. Let's see. What do I want you guys to comment? Comment down below whether you're going to go see Spelling Bee. Just kidding. But if you are able to, this is directed at people who know me personally, go see Spelling Bee. It's so fun. We're only doing 5 shows. 5 shows. So you have to come see it. It is so amazing, so fun. I love this show. I love this cast. I love the director. I love the music director. I love everything. I love everything. I could go on and on and on about everything that I love about the show. But I think it's because, last little yap, I think it's because I'm in a positive theater environment where we're not competitive. I think a lot of theater environments are naturally competitive, especially like in high school. But even like I've noticed it in my junior college, like theater is incredibly competitive, and it always will be. And I'm sure outside of this awesome little good vibes bubble that I'm in with Spelling Bee, like it's super competitive, but it's so nice and it's such a breath of fresh air to just be in a cast where we all want each other to succeed. Get the fuck out of my face. And we don't want to one-up each other, and we don't want to be better than. We want to come together as a group to make something good that's entertaining for the audience. That's literally all we want, and it's awesome. Every single person in my cast is like the best person ever, and they're great to work with, and they're all so funny and so talented, and it's a blessing. That is a rare thing to come by. Not the talented part, there's talented people everywhere, but to come across a cast of people that genuinely just want the best for every single other person in the cast and crew, it's awesome. And I literally would not trade my cast for the world. They're the best. So this episode of my podcast goes out to the cast of the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee at the Gallo Center from May 10th to the 18th in 2025. You guys are the best people ever, and I love you. Thank you so much for being the best castmates ever. XOXO Logan, bitch. Oh, wait. Oh, roll the credits. Okay.